What's good? It's your boy NLG, and wow, first Champions League game, first win away in Bilbao, north of Spain. And on the weekend against Forest, it was the new summer signings that made the difference. Today, it was our legacy signings, these two. Who would have thought? Not me. Trossard and Martinelli. This is what I've been screaming about. We've been knowing that Trossard is such a great impact off the bench, and he can really affect games, especially in games in Europe or against teams that allow us more space to explore. We can see that. But these two today were really the difference. But let's start from scratch, speak about the first half. To be honest, today we weren't really in it too much. Our defense was solid as per usual. Calafiori, really good going forward, man. I really like when he inverts. He inverts with such intent. Was exploiting spaces that we clearly weren't exploiting with the midfielders we had on the pitch. Because again, it's overly defensive. Right. Then we speak about the centre-back pairing. Gabriel and Mosquera were great. Sorry, by the way, I'm ill at the moment. Mosquera, by the way. Wow. Saliba was back and ready to be picked today. And once again, we didn't miss him for this particular game because Mosquera is just that good. And it's so nice that we can rest Saliba ahead of Man City, which is going to be the big game on Super Sunday. So honestly, Mosquera, hats off to you. Gabriel as well. Quality with defending. Sometimes the passing was a bit sloppy. Timber, fantastic once again. Just honestly, such a top tier right back. One of the best out there. Then let's get on to the topic of the midfield. The midfield, it's struggling to work the Zubimendi, Declan double pivot. I think they struggled a bit today. Bilbao, to be fair, shout out to them because they were a solid team today and caused us problems, especially in the first half an hour. I'd say they were probably definitely the more dominant team. They were causing us problems. And Naki Williams, the way they were interchanging, Declan Rice was sloppy for a lot of that game. And Marino as well and Zubimendi were getting caught out at times. And yeah, we weren't allowed to show our true colours and actually get on the ball. When you speak about the attack, Noni Madueke once again was the bright light from our team. Obviously, today was a big day for Noni Madueke and Eze getting their first ever games in the Champions League at the Arsenal. I'd say Noni more stepped up to the occasion. He beat his man. He tried to make crosses a couple of times in the first and second half. But realistically, it was a game where first half, it was more Bilbao's. We couldn't grow into it. Rice got a silly yellow card, which he shouldn't have picked up. And then we come into the second half. Again, Gyökeres starting to get a couple more opportunities. He had a diving header, which went past the post. But he kept having to drop deep or go wide to impact play. The key moment of the game, because Bilbao had a couple of chances. If we look at match stats, let's take a look at them here. We can see, let's have a look at them. So we can see 11 shots, only 2 on target from Bilbao. So they didn't really bother us too much compared to our 6. Obviously, 2 of those were goals. So only 4 on target before the goals went in. And then those were both late goals. So yeah, honestly, the game was really tough. And we know it's a cauldron at Bilbao Stadium. And they really made it a tough atmosphere. And we knew this wasn't going to be the same kind of easy game it was for us pre-season when Gyökeres got his first goal, Zubimendi got his first assist. And Bilbao gave us problems, but all that matters today is 3 points on the board. And it was our players off the bench that made the difference. These two, Trossard and Martinelli. Trossard assisting Martinelli. It was a goal kick from Bilbao, landed in our half. Gabriel clears a header, ended up dropping to Trossard, who plays the ball first time to Martinelli, who has acres of space ahead of him to run. It's given his Chelsea goal that he scored where he has to run the length of the pitch. And he ended up taking such a key touch, which allowed and set him up to be able to finish that well. Such a great goal by Martinelli. Really happy for him because he's somebody who hasn't been up to scratch recently, but we want to see him do well. He is one of our own and we know he's got quality. More than that, I'm so excited, and I have been so excited at the prospect of him coming off the bench. With his pace, with his ability to hunt down and press, we can cause danger. Look at how great it was to play that over the top ball for him to do what he did there. It happened one other time after the goal as well, where he was put in behind. You can do that. You can put the ball in behind with acres of space, and Martinelli will 9 times out of 10 win that foot race against the defender, especially if Martinelli can come on against tired legs. So fantastic contribution from Martinelli there. Then we had the next goal, again, Martinelli, making use of his pace and the fact, he's up against tired legs in a team, taking the ball on the left wing, beats his man, heads into the box and plays it right square into the box for Trossard, who takes a touch and finishes to make it 2-0. Fantastic. And it's the first pair of Arsenal substitutes to assist each other in the Champions League. And what a fantastic, fantastic way to do it. And a great way to secure 3 points. This new Champions League format, it's about getting the points on the board. We know, based on how our league campaign went last season, you just need to make sure you get yourself to the quarters and get out of the group stage. Get out of the group stage, and then it's possible for you to go all the way, or at least a lot of the way. And we need to make sure we do the same. And this was a big, tough game for us to come up against, and we cleared that test. And so fantastic to see that we don't only have squad depth, but we have squad quality. I'll say it again, not just squad depth, squad quality. Because there were some Arsenal fans last season saying, yeah, we've got squad depth, Look, we've got Marino, we've got da-da-da-da-da-da. But it wasn't quality depth. We've got quality now, and we're seeing how this is impacting our team and allowing us to rotate, to rest Saliba, to rest Odegaard, to bring on Norgard, who's just coming back from injury. You can bring on a Waneri. Dalman didn't even manage to get on the bench. So look, man, great win, 3 points. We go on to City on Sunday. Let me know what you thought of the performance as well. Honestly, I'd probably give the man of the match, maybe men of the match. Give it to Trossard and Martinelli because they played absolutely fantastically. Such a great game today. And if you look at Martinelli's game by the numbers as well, look, 19 minutes played, 5 touches, 2 touches in the opposition box, 2 duels won, 2 take-ons successfully, which you can't always say for him. 1 shot, 1 goal, 1 assist. I mean, that defines impact. So big up to Martinelli. What a fantastic way to, stamp your claim on that. Eze didn't do too much today. Bilbao really, they set up very well. They attacked us without fear. They were obviously at home, but they attacked us without fear. And they kind of kept Eze quiet, to be fair. And we weren't able to gel. I think our midfield was way too defensive. Let me know what you think on that. But again, I really feel like we need to move Eze to the 10. If we're going to have any danger and we're going to start moving Rice into the double pivot, we need somebody in that 10 that can actually play and attack. Or you play Waneri. If you want to keep Eze on the left, play Waneri in the 10. Let him cook. Let the kid cook. Because I think he's got the confidence. You see when he picks up the ball, he's looking to go forward. He's got, in Arteta's own words actually, a lot of people criticize Arteta for this, but in Arteta's own words, in his own admission about the way Waneri plays, he's got that freedom about him. He has that freedom about him to play and go forward. So yeah, in my opinion, that double pivot will work. It will click. We only saw it for the first time against Bilbao in pre-season, so it still hasn't been long. It still needs to marinate. But we need a proper attacking 10. We can't have Marino on the pitch with Zubimendi and Rice. It's not working for me. But anyway, big win. Shout out everyone. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And I'll catch you lot in a bit. Peace.